Sometimes you make me smile. I'd be sitting here and smiling for a while. Although I know I make you cry sometimes, your happiness is ever on my mind. I cannot repay for everything you've done, but my love for you burns brighter than the sun. No matter where my feet and mind may go, my heart will lead to you and you alone. Guyana, Guyana, I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Guyana, Guyana, may the blessings of God never leave your shore. A paradise so wondrous to behold, a work of art, your heart is gleaming gold. They sail the waters, soar above the trees, to find the gem between the mount and seas. Your children know we try though we may fall. We stand united now to heed your call. Our fathers fought the fights for liberty. Forever I'll defend Guyana free. Guyana, Guyana, the ways you make me smile. I'd be sitting here and smiling for a while. Although I know I make you cry sometimes, your happiness is ever on my mind. I cannot repay for everything you've done, but my love for you burns brighter than the sun. No matter where my feet and mind may go, my heart will lead to you and you alone. Guyana, Guyana, I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Guyana.
And I have a very special guest, and she is no other than Lady V. Lady V, host of her own show on Brick Art Media. Welcome to Tots and Teens in Focus. I know you're not a tot or a teen, but you're just right for the occasion. And what our topic will be today is all about women, Women's Month, women in glory, women in hardship, women and children, everything that concerns women, because without women, there is no children. So although we have a Tots and Teens program, we have to bear it on women, because as they bring forth the children to be a Tots and Teens. So once again, Lady V, welcome to Tots and Teens. And I would just like you to introduce yourself, because you're a familiar face. And this show will be shown on BCAT, and they can see how producers are communicating with producers. Welcome once again. Tell us more about yourself.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so grateful to join you. It's always a pleasure, to work together and communicate together. My name is Victoris Amoo, Lady V. I'm a producer. I'm also Executive Director for Family Support and Resources. We have Lady V Show for Family for Peace. We also do our annual Peace Fest every year, FSR Peace Fest. So, and the basic of all this is to bring people together, especially family. And we talk about the whole family. The family make a neighborhood make community, community make a nation, and the nation make the world. So we are all in it together. And it's good that we talk about peace, about unity, love, compassion to one another. So thank you.
Okay, Lady V, I know that you are a peace ambassador. Could you explain what's a peace ambassador? Is it for children or family?
Well, like FSR peace ambassadors are generally worldwide. We outreach to anyone around the world. Whether you're based in Brooklyn, which is our base, or anywhere around the nation, around the world, when we talk about peace, to outreach peace to one another, to encourage one another. It doesn't have to be too old. We are not too old to participate in peace, and you are not too young to participate with peace. But to do outreach or to help with the program or activities, you have to be 18 years old and up. But we have youth activity elsewhere where we train younger children to be part of it. So, but to take responsibility within the organization, you have to be 18. But we do outreach to anyone who can listen. So that's Peace Ambassador. And I am one of the Peace Ambassador, FSR Peace Ambassador.
Okay. When you say a peace ambassador, it comes from you are a member of the Catholic Church. And is that the peace ambassador come from the Catholic religion or Catholic unity program that they have?
Well, anything we do in life has to be based on divine power, because with God, that's why we exist, and God is peace. So it's not religion-based, but our organization is based on faith, on hope, on love, faith, and virtue. So we have our faith in the Lord, and though I'm a Catholic, and you don't have to be a Catholic to join, everybody is welcome, regardless of your religion or your background. It's not really faith-based, but we imply faith because we believe in God, and we also know that with God, that's how we exist, and everything goes well for us. So faith in God, personally, is very important to me. So if you are a Catholic, you want to join, that's great. If you are not a Catholic, you are encouraged to join.
Non-domination.
Non-domination. It's open to everyone. We are all God's children, but everything we do is based on my faith as a Catholic.
Lady V, we are both program producers, senior program producer, independent program producer at Brick Art Media. I know my experience, but you could tell us some of the experience of being a senior program producer at Brick Art Media.
Well, when we come to Brick, it's a great organization, and they have been very helpful for the community. It's not easy to run a faithful organization. It's not easy in terms of leadership, in terms of manpower to get staff, volunteer, things together, and most important, finance, funding. So combine all this, I think they are doing well, and they help a lot of people to get started, to outreach themselves to the public, like what we are doing. And they provide access to people where you can record, produce your show, and be able to let the community know what you are doing. I think it's a great access to Brooklyn in particular, and to the community who like to showcase their program, their activities, or their church, or their religion somehow. So I think they open to everyone. So it's a good place to start. And for us, it helps our program. We are able to reach out to the community with our program, either for workshop we are doing, as well as our Peace Fest, to outreach to the community. And I hope the community will continue to take advantage of what they are doing and help them as well, and support them for their effort, either for donation, volunteer, or anything that Brick are doing. And I hope the Brick will continue to support producers, either those who have been there before and the newcomer. Because the people who have been there before, this need encouragement thing. They cannot just leave them on their own. They have to encouragement, to do new, because technology change all the time. So we have to keep on improving and, be well. and do everything.
Yeah.
And they also do their annual B award. They just started, which is good to encourage a producer to showcase their activities and their show as well. So BRIC has been very helpful, and I hope they continue to get funding that they deserve and help from the community, just like us trying to get help in the community for our program, family support and resources, which we try to help with the community as well.
Okay. Lady V, when you talk about Brick Art Media, it's a community, it's an entity, it's an organization that really reach out, bringing out the best out of young people, bringing out the best out of those who have ideas and creativity and can meet to the world out there, such as BET or the CBS or any one of those studios, but they have the opportunity. You could be whoever you are, you have an idea, you have a creativity, you're able to come and put it to pieces, bring your pieces together and make a show, which is very good for the community. Because out of our show, a lot of other studios look at our show and take pattern from it because they are the big king and they have the money and they have their people, but they utilize some of our producers shows that they create. For instance, I was talking on my show all the time about women in prison and women behind bars, and women are making babies in prison, and also in prison it's bodies for money, and I was talking it a lot on my show. However, I see that they are talking it now about women in prison, babies are in prison, children are living in prison, and all these things of the community that was affecting young people, bodies of money. That is what they were doing, putting our young men and women in prison because it was bodies for money. And also, the parole officer would always make the prisoners return when they don't do what they want them to do. This BCAT has highlighted a lot of things that happens in the community, which the community or community folks could not highlight it. And when these things are highlighted in the community, they have other agency or other channels will take it up in a matter to make their show look good and look like if they are the ones really really make this thing happen. But it was from brick producers. We have producers out there who go out and come in and talk, or if they see things is happening, they will talk about it, or if people tell them something, they will talk about it. And that is how brick is being categorized as the entity for bringing out new information and new guidance, because it's free speech. So it's free speech. So we speak what is occurring and what is happening and bring that to light. And because of we the producers has made brick grown to a size, overgrown size now, because it's very big. It's only because of the pandemic make our make that we could not be more active in the community or more active around the place, because producers will bar the camera and they gone here to shoot and they gone there to shoot and they gone all over the place to shoot and to make videos and make programs and produce things, which is very good for the producers. And because of the producers, we have the staff who are benefiting from the producers. That is tell you how powerful our producers are in brick art media. Now we have the Be Free Awards. And the Be Free Awards is for all those producers who have made their show or linked their show. They have some very good, talented producers who produce lovely show or get good information. And also Brick give out different classes. You know, they have so much of classes in Brick Art Media that our brains is too is not too focused to really get those programs in, because there's so much programs. They have students from university come to Brick just to take the classes so that they could pass their filming class or whatever they're doing at the colleges. Brick is so wonderful because they are doing so much things. They're giving so much opportunity. Yes, some producers come, they do it, and they never come back, because it's producing a show like me and you, who producing for years, and have some other producers who producing for years, is not an easy thing to think about what guests I will get this week, what will be my topic, and all the way like that. Although we are not being paid, we are the producers who have the thinking box to make the show happen so that others can benefit from it. Our life at Brick Art Media for years is being wonderful. Our life, getting to know people, getting to know a community, you know. When you think about it, I am from Guyana, you from Africa. You from Africa and I'm from Guyana. When you think about it, we are a unity among the Brick producers. We come like a family. We hardly be associated with our own kind from our own country, but we associated with the Brick family at Brick Art Media. Then we come.
I'm not against it. Our job is to help the parent.
We come to talk about women and Women's Month, and I know that you are a great esteem of women. You are a woman of great esteem because you are doing work in the community for women and children, and not only women and children, but family and our young people. You are doing work in your own time and in your own way. I think with the Catholic Church, I'm not too sure, or if it's your own. And then you are doing work with Brick Art Media because you're putting out your information out there. As a woman in the community, a woman from Africa, and you're doing this, I will consider you as a woman of great esteem, because there's so many things that you are doing in the community for years and giving your service and your time. And your service and your time. My time is running out.
Thank you.
Your service and your time.
Thank you.
Your service and your time. And I know that I could always get you for us to speak about topics that is important in the community. Another time I'm going to ask you to come back and speak on the
okay.
To speak on the,
we can always talk
to speak
anytime
about the
but
same.
let's focus on positive, not
To speak on, my time is running out. To speak on the topic that we are trying to mix up here now, because that topic is very much important. Okay. So we could always come back and talk about it, but I just want to acknowledge you.
But let us focus on positive of life.
Let us focus on the on woman of great esteem. There is positive life everywhere, Lady V. There is positive of life everywhere. Is how we determine its positiveness. You may see it in one way, I will see it in one way. I am saying that the positiveness in life is not only focusing on the parents when a system is going wrong. So we got to talk about the system so that it can be corrected.
Maybe another time, as you said.
Yes, another time, because the time is running. No, they have
talk about system. What is system? It's the people.
The system is the government, not the people. The system is the government. The rules that they make.
Who are the government? Government are the people.
The rules that they make, the rules that they agree to, is not the people, but the rules that they put down there. And that is, you can't say One, people are doing it because they got those in the White House. But we are talking about when you said people, you were talking about everything wrong appearance.
The
We
people,
got it.
they vote for them, they appoint them there.
All right, let's not run away with that now, because I want to congratulate you more on your
Thank you. It's
on
a
your
pleasure
work
to
as
see
a peace ambassador and as a
all right.
woman of great esteem
Thank
for
you.
Women's Month. That's so many things that you are doing in the community. People may not know, some people watch your show, but I'm able to tell them that you are brick art media producer for many years, and
Thank
your
you.
show that you have is Lady V Show, and you are a peace ambassador for the community of Unison, right? Unison, that you are the president or person in charge of the Unison
Family support and resources.
family support system, because when people need help, they can come to you because you are in charge of that. So if they want to come there, how can they come? Would you give your information?
Well, they can reach us at info family support and resources ny.org, or family for peace at family support and resources ny.org.
Yes, and our honorable guest, woman of great esteem.
Thank you so much.
Woman of great esteem for the month of Women's Month. You are a talented woman. You are a great producer, and you do a lot of things in the community. You work with family, you work with the elderly, you work with children, you work with both men and women. So you are a talent of lessons.
And also, as a woman of grace, we all appreciate your effort.
Well, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. A woman of all greatness, and a producer, a program director, what do you call it, in the studio, that you work in the studio, a director for the entire studio, because people may not know, they think, say, when we go inside there in the studio, it's just somebody doing the camera, but we have to be, we have to know the programs, we have to know all the equipments. You're a photographer, you're a videographer, you are a switch, you call it switching, a switcher, you're an operator, and you're everything that you could think about that they have in all these big studio. You are a person that can operate everything. Both me and you, we can operate everything, because we have to take those classes before we get into brick art studio.
So much.
Out there, you're doing so much that we are, program producer, director, we call it, when we fix in the hall, when we fix in the studio.
Thank you so much. And
so
we
everything
appreciate your service also for the community, especially with the people in Guyana and all the Caribbean and all the people.
You watch my show. You watch my show.
I watch your show. I watch the people in Guyana, all the Caribbean, and in Brooklyn. So thank you so much. You are doing a great work.
Yes, my dear lady.
Your service and making a brick great again.
Well, at brick, they always say, "Oh, Patricia," I remind them who I am. So, I love my brick thing. I love Anthony. I love oh Lord, those two.
They have a great team.
Yes, I love the entire staff, because they're always there for me. Brick, Anthony, oh my God, why I can't remember these.
That's why they have a great team. Because when you
all the brick studio, all the brick staff,
making name, you will forget name.
Lord, because we haven't been around them so long, because you're running to the it's Michael.
Everybody is good.
Everybody is good. Everybody. I love everybody at Brick Art Media. And Lady V, I want to see you at the Be Free Award, because that is our thing. We are the ones who created it. We are the ones who started it. And then we should be there. At least I know I started it too. So we all should be there. You know, I know they had the COVID and whatever, but
By
now
the grace of
yes,
God,
by
we
the
put
grace of
God in
God.
charge, everything will be worked out by the grace of God. So let's put God in charge.
Yes, and that was
Everything we do at the pleasure of the Lord.
my co-producer, my co-director, independent producer director from Brick Art Media, Victoria Amoo.
Thank you.
Amoo from Brick Art Media, producer, independent producer, and operator of the studio. So
thank you. Bye.
we know all these things. We could go in any studio and work because we know the audio board, the this board, the that board, and everything. We will even go into the mini studio and we can operate everything there. So thanks to Brick and its organization and all those who are sponsors. I think Optimon, Verizon, Spectrum, RCN, who else? Verizon, and all those other entities that really give us show us out in the community. As somebody said, Patricia Shim is here, there, and across the mile. Because you know, my face, our face always on television every Saturday. Every Saturday you can see our show.
Thank you so much.
So if they want to see your show, how can they see your show, Lady V?
Well, I'm at Brick 9 o'clock in the morning. At Brick 9 to 7. Yeah, Brick, yeah. Free speech, 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, 9 to 9:30.
What channel? Name the channel.
Brick channel.
Brick channel, okay.
Brick free channel. Channel 97. Oh no, 79. Yeah.
Oh, 79. All 79,
right. Yeah.
So thank you all for watching the two giants of Brick Art Media, the long-standing independent program producer, director, everything you can call us. We are there. We are Brick. We are the bodies of Brick. We speak to Brick and we speak to Brick. All right.
Thank you.
So thank you, Lady V. Thank you for being on my guest. Come again and we talk.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. We are here by the grace of God. We do everything by the grace of God.
Amen. Thank you.
That was so nice. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, until then, bye-bye. This was Tots and Teens in Focus with my guest, Victoria Amoo, the program producer at